Hello and welcome back to the Babenbergs. We are currently holding our first coronation, so let's see what it's like from the other side. So our intent is to embrace supporters, which will please Gloryhound and Zealot vassals, of which we have a ton. We'll gain prestige, special relations, and enrich our realms. Okay, cool. We have a huge guest list, although it doesn't actually show anyone on that list currently. We're waiting on 95 guests, so I guess we'll just unpause, right? War declared on Liege. Kaiser Iwo is being attacked by Duke Lymar. Now, that might mean that some people don't turn up to our coronation, especially the Kaiser, although I don't know if he was actually going to turn up in the first place. Let me just see. Yeah, so he's no longer coming if he was coming in the first place. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so these are the people he's at war with in red. Okay, so it shouldn't really affect us, in theory. Right, back to our coronation, so I'll zoom into the right level again. Okay. Eschenlohe is under siege by Duke Ermengarde of Osburg. Really? You gonna make me raise my troops? Alright then. Raise my troops. Go get them. Yep, that'll do. You will not be sieging my lands. I will actually go and chase you down as well. Ivan, Strategios Ivan of Slavonia has died. He was a murderer. He must have murdered somebody I care about. But, yes, we will untick him for now. I guess if he's already dead, we don't need to worry too much about that. Right, and we built our windmill here. Fantastic. Gives us flat development growth and some percentage as well. So that means our development is now going up per month. Because we now have flat development growth. This is why I'm saying it's so good to actually have some amount of flat development growth, because then all these modifiers we've got actually do something. Because up until now, they've just been sitting there waiting for a flat bonus. Now we have one. Now, it's not a very large flat bonus, but it is at least meaning that our development is ticking upwards constantly. At a very, very slow rate, but constantly. And if we keep upgrading it, we can start to actually get into, like, territory where it's, you know, noticeable. Anyway. Back to the coronation, right? Oh yeah, I'm losing money because I'm currently in this, or I'm currently chasing this army. Let's switch to a organizer and let's chase him. Maybe I'll just back off. My cousin, Soboslav, has been imprisoned and then moved to house arrest underneath Bohemia. Alright, interesting. Ah, because he won the war of tyranny against tyranny. I see. Okay. Move our army back here. Disband our army. Cool. Oh, and he had his titles revoked from him. Interesting. Can I pay his ransom? No, because I don't have enough money. Even if I could pay his ransom. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. How's the coronation going, as everything's falling apart around us? My cousin has been released from prison. Of course I'm going to invite him and his entire family to court. 100%, yeah. So this is Amalie can marry Primzilid Breklav, who is the son of Soboslav. So yes, we will, of course, send that one through. Right, wonderful. And then all of his family is going to join him in our court. Perfect. Right, 4 guests remaining. Does it show the actual people traveling still? Yeah, so Francois is still traveling. Isabel is still traveling. And that's it. 3 guests remaining. There should be 1 more. Nope. Okay, cool. Maybe there's a guest who isn't going to turn up. Hey, they all arrived at court. Wonderful. Andrzej can marry this person. We're only getting a notification about it because he is now at our court. It's a patrilineal betrothal, but he will leave because she's landed. But their children will be of his dynasty. Alright, I mean, whatever. It's fine. Right. Back to this. Just waiting to see when these guests get here. Hey, we just earned... we just got the Earning Respect Dynasty Legacy, so it gives us monthly lifestyle experience and makes personal schemes faster. Scheme at court. R10 is scheming against my courtier Caracosa. A murder scheme. Yeah, or I-10. Yes, I will throw her in jail, definitely. Because she's trying to murder someone. Okay, anyway, I just want to see if that's the continuing the line. It is! Okay, so this is now the third one in glory. Okay, interesting. So next we'd be expecting assertive rulers. Alright. Interesting. Alright, cool. Back to this. Let's go speed 4 for now. Just as we're getting closer. So 2 guests remaining. So one of them has definitely arrived. It says everybody's arrived who's going to turn up. Oh, the Kaiser arrived. Oh, okay, so he did turn up. Okay. 1 guest remaining. Your sister Ermengarde von Babenberg has died. Okay. She probably died over there in Spoleto. Okay, fair enough. She wasn't smart. She wasn't marked as a like special character or anything. Right. Oh, possible alliances? Lithuania. Yeah, okay, we've already seen these 2. Oh, actually, I think you might be new, but that's okay. Right. 12 days remaining. Don't know who the remaining guest is. Apparently, like, 19 people didn't turn up, but they're probably in the war. Okay, we have 3 major supporters. The Kaiser, our queen over here, Queen Patricia. Not our queen, but the queen we slept with last time. And then King Bernard of Frisia. Our major detractor is Count Kza of Stonesti. Who are you and why were you invited? Oh, because you hold some land that's near the Holy Roman Empire? I guess you were just invited because you're near? Alright. Hey, we started Magnificent level 1. That's cool. Modest coronation. Guests have come from near from far out of loyalty or curiosity. The crowd swells with faces marked by expectation, calculation, and in some cases the faintest warmth. I raise my voice just enough to settle the attendees and welcome them to my coronation. Welcome, one and all. We're going to run this a bit slower than usual, as in we're going to run it at like speed 3, just so we can see all the events that fire. We probably won't do this if we do future ones. Before the coronation can proceed, I must decide who will preside over the sacred rites. If I am to secure the favour of the clergy, it would be wise to let one of their own oversee the ceremony, granting it the sanctity and blessing that only they can provide. Yet, a part of me wonders, would it not be a grander tale if I were to take up the crown with my own hands, declaring my right to rule before all without intercession? So I can have Prince Bishop Alfonso of Austria do it, who is our Prince Bishop and vassal. Or I can have Savory do it. Savory of Sankt Polen, also my vassal. Or I can do it myself, but it won't be an anointed ceremony. Well, I won't be anointed anyway, but we won't be... Yeah, we won't get the church to agree to it. You gain prestige, but lose opinion of your court chaplain and zealous vassals. No, so I'm going to make Alfonso do it. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. Yeah, and Prince Bishop... Is Prince Bishop the name? Yeah, Prince Bishop's the name for our chaplain, so yes, it makes sense that he would do it. Right. Encouraging words. The flames on the fireplace dance in what looks like a couple dance. The door to my chambers opens abruptly and I hear a familiar voice calling my name. Archduke Robert, my steward, Adelaide starts. I know that the day is near when you will look at your reflection on the cold metal and wonder if you're doing the right thing. Let it be known, let it be screamed that from every corner of this keep I will stand by your side. She produces a small gift from her pouch. I have commissioned this for you. Magnificent Organon. So a huge amount of learning lifestyle experience. That's pretty good. Is this it's a journal, okay. See, this is more than I could ever ask for. Thank you. Or feel calmer now. Okay. Do I only become the owner if I click the top option? It kind of seems that way. That doesn't make any sense. I guess I'm going to lose stress and choose the bottom one just to see whether I get the item. Let's see how this works. Did I get the item? Nope. Okay, you only get the item if you choose the top option. You can't say thank you and receive a gift. Are you crazy? The Luitpolding, or a Luitpolding king. My great kinsman, King Vido, has left his pleasant seat in the Kingdom of Pomerania to celebrate my coronation. His presence here is sign of support, of trust, of shared bond of blood. No wrath. These words have guided Luitpolding through generations. Our ancestors have carried it through thick and thin. Whether together or alone, it's up to me and King Vido to carry them further. And say I'm very pleased to have you here. So we get renown for our dynasty, magnificence. We go closer to forming a friendship with him. He gets opinion of me. And all my glory hound and zealot vassals get 5 opinion. Welcome, my kinsman, where you witness the ascension of a true Luitpolding. Yeah, I'm pleased to have you here. That's fine. Okay. We lost some stress according to an event there. Petitioners. Finally, a moment alone with you, Archduke Robert. Queen Patricia greets me with a well-rehearsed bow. She offers a warm smile and takes a sip of spiced wine before continuing. Please allow us to pray for God to bless your realm and make it long and prosperous. So we can say it's my pleasure to assent, or I will not listen to sycophants. Okay. It's my pleasure to assent. Okay, so that's the same event there. We got some opinion on one of those there. What kind of archduke would let their vassals' realms wither and rot? People talk, my lord. My steward, Countess Adelaide, warns me earnestly, smiling serenely. I urge you to look inwards and to remember that a realm's renown is the domain's renown. And say, I promise I will not forget this, and I gain building promise. Gain prestige every time we construct in our vassal's realm. Okay. Make your realm flourish, Countess Adelaide. We pay her some money and she specifically goes and spends it on things. Or maybe I should focus on studying the techniques. Ooh. I get architect, but I would not increase the magnificence of my coronation. And I kind of feel like I want to continue increasing the magnificence. So, I'm going to say I will not forget this. And we gain a bonus if we build in our vassals' realms. Okay. Petitioners. My lord, King Bernard greets me with an obsequious bow. He gently bites on his lip as a robin interrupts him by dancing between his feet. I offer you my unyielding loyalty and support. An alliance between us would be the greatest of honors. Frisia. He is known as the Craven. Do I want an alliance? Yeah, I guess we could have an alliance with Frisia. That seems acceptable. Okay. Carrying on. At my best. Good Archduke. I turn around to find Count Jocelyn next to a nervous man. Know that I cherish you and it would bring me great joy to help you. This is Jocelyn of Győr. Alright. Here I offer you the first and best of my men, Simon, my well-accomplished marshal. Alright, seems fine. May this serve as the start of a friendship between our houses. He's welcome at my court, or fewer as generous as you. But yeah, he doesn't join our court if we say fewer generous as you. I think this is kind of weird. I think these events are weird, because it's like, either you get the thing, or you say thanks. But you don't get a thing. It is very odd. Well, he's welcome at my court. That's fine. Okay. The Forgotten Vow. The smell of a weathered scroll hits my nostrils. My liege, Alfonso, my Prince Bishop, declares, this is a vow sworn by the legendary founders of this land, binding ruler and loyal subjects together in mutual duty and reward, from our oldest archives, and surely meant for times such as this. Clara, my vassal and loyal supporter, grins broadly. A perfect moment to renew old promises. And say, let her vow match those of old, so zealot and gloryhound vassals like it, or let the past remain buried. That's fine. I'm perfectly happy to gain the bonuses. Okay. People had a debate and got annoyed at each other. There's a new hybrid culture, the Minioid, so from Sami and Cuman cultures. Okay. The Archduke's intercessor. O elegant Archduke, yours is the face to be gazed upon. Yours is the voice of these sacred rites, lavishes Countess Ichiv, my chancellor. Great sovereigns and many seigneurs have come to consider your realm and where they will stand before Austria's new Archduke. While you are busied by formal words with official matters, I am free to work in quiet corners and impress your will on those such as Prince Daniel of Heilich, perhaps. Okay, so this is my chancellor here. I can convince him to give tribute. So he would become a subjugated territory of... Whoa, okay. Whoa. Of Novgorod? Wait. Okay, no, he's of Novgorod, but that's only because his parent was of Novgorod. So this would make this county my subjugated tributary? Oh, which means they would pay us taxes. So high taxes, low prestige transfer. So they also pay us prestige. We would have to protect them, but they would not have to protect us. Okay. Interesting. Or gather my council, unite their minds. Every councillor gains a modifier, slightly increasing their personal skill and opinion of you for 5 years. Oh no, I'm interested in this. I want to see what happens. Okay. He welcomes my suzerainty. So he becomes a subjugated tributary of me. Does he, though? Because he isn't currently. That, I think, might have been a lie. Alright, we'll see. Maybe it happens at the end. Alright. The ceremony. All preparations are complete. The great ceremonial assembly now waits in Vienna's High Church. To cheers and exultation, my procession parts the city's thronging crowd. My finest knights ride before me, my royal household behind. Peasants teem forth for a glimpse of the soon-to-be Archduke. Atop their parents' shoulders, amidst the multitude, Franco-Bavarian children grin. The greatest of moments draws near. So, the county of Vienne gets impressed by stately coronation, so increased fort level, garrison size, development decline goes down, and popular opinion goes up. This modifier is removed if you lose Vienne. Okay, well we'll see how long it lasts for then, because it might be like the other ones that say it's removed if X happens, and they just disappear automatically after 2 months. Hostile faction disbanded. Well, that's nice, I didn't know we had one. The pledge to the bishops. Past the castle gates, my royal procession wends its way to a holy altar, and the waiting officiants. The nobility parts for the coming forth of the clergy, their voices raised as one in sacred prayer. Now the rite of the bishop's petition. I am an uncertain figure to these clerics, and they deliver their customary request with true interest. Will you safeguard the faithful as their Archduke? Will you preserve the rights and privileges of God's clergy? So I can say, I will defend Christ's holy church. Okay. Or I shall be a hammer against the infidel. Swearing with utter hatred to obliterate heretics and non-believers will please the clergy, but set my reign off on a righteous path. So that'd be a pledge of persecution. So we get martial per level of devotion. Same faith loves it, different faith hates it. Zealot vassals are all in. I'll say I'll defend Christ's holy church. We're not... Like, that would be our mother might do it. Our son might do it. We're not really that kind of person. Okay. Supplication of the nobles. The vassals of Austria come forth to give their allegiance, one after another raising open-palmed hands, one after another bending to give kisses of fealty. I'm yet to even properly become Archduke, but there is a devotion in these supplications to move any heart. The great voices of the realm quaver with feeling and their faces glow with hope. And say, my supporters are with me, due to embrace supporters and due to having diplomacy. Okay, well, these are my vassals, the bulwarks of my rule. So this is basically, I gain less prestige, but they all gain prestige and they like me. Okay, my supporters are with me. Hey, our banner improved. That's nice. Why did it improve? Use the Dynasty one that's level of splendor. I don't know why the house banner improves. Is it related to our prestige, maybe? I'm not sure. Or our fame? Not sure. Anyway, the senior figures among Vienne's peasants are the next to shuffle forward, representing my common Austrian subjects in absentia. Of my great power and authority, the bishops warn these stooped elders and asks for their symbolic assent to my becoming a rightful Archduke. They voice the customary words well enough, and I promise my protection in return. For my mandate extends beyond highborn priests and nobles. My home amidst Vienne's farmlands is shared by many a Franco-Bavarian lowborn. I'm honoured. Jewels of Austria. Carried forth in solemnity, the icons of Austrian rule, the crown I am to bear, are steeped in prayerful blessings. The priests prepare my finery with ritual motions and the invocations to St. Peter, key-bearer of the heavenly kingdom. With this ceremony is my beloved Babenberg crown to be endowed forever to Austria. Don't say, is mine, or it will be inherited with the Archduchy of Austria. Well, yeah, sure, let's do that. Okay. The holy oil. The final sacral moment draws near. First, I must be ordained by holy oil, charged as a leader of God's faithful, as one above the common flock. Prince Bishop Alfonso, the shepherd of Austria, marks me with the sacred, sweet-smelling golden oil. On my trembling hands, my head, my breast, my shoulders, and the bends of my arms, this anointment shared by prophets, priests, and monarchs. My skin shines with the very approval of God. The blessed word is mine to spread, so we'll gain 10 acceptance of all demand conversion type interactions, or I gleam with God's own touch. I think I'm going to do this one for high anointment, so I get piety per powerful vassal on the council, piety per legitimacy level, and holy order higher cost. Yeah, let's do that. The crowning of Robert. Forth comes the royal symbols. The glittering sword is girded to my hip. The scepter of sovereign authority taken up in my hand. My fingers wrap around the globus Crusader. To my body come the armilles and the pallium. The prayers rumble on. Graced by royal treasures I kneel. For the Archduke of Austria, the Archduke I am about to truly become, he bows to the Holy Roman Kaiser and to God. The crown is placed upon my brow. And so the Austrian coronation crown is set to rest, and I gain crowned sovereign, which gives us some opinion, which is quite nice. Okay. The Archduke's consort. With the rites of the Archduke's enthroning complete, the royal consort is now to be properly instated as Archduchess. My wife conducts the rituals with her characteristic openness. Her Czech upbringing did little to prepare her for the Franco-Bavarian rites amidst Catholic prayers. She recites the old vulgar oaths from memory of their sounds alone. Before long, and with great ceremony, Vladislava's crown is laid on her head for the first time. Archduchy of Austria claims their Archduchess. They can say, I must get rid of this woman, or my wife, my Archduchess Vladislava. Yeah, the second one, I think. An oath for the ages. Okay, so this is brand new stuff. This is stuff we really haven't seen before. We've seen the other side of it, like, I choose an oath, but now we actually get to see what they mean. The assembled watch me, some with hope, some with doubt, all waiting for me to speak of my reign, and to swear to the future. I can hear the questions they don't speak. Will I be just? Will I be fair? Will I measure up to my... Will I measure up to my you? What does this mean? Will I measure up to my you? This is nonsense. Okay, anyway. I do not stand here as Archduke to echo their expectations. I have come to choose my own path, and a way forward for the Archduchy. Whatever Austria becomes, whatever I become, begins with this very moment. Okay. So, extend the realm. I swear an oath to conquer new lands for the people of Austria. So, what this would mean is I would have to have the realm have a size of 31, which is currently 24. So, we'd have to get 7 more things in the realm. So, if we go and actually have a look at this. So, essentially, it's talking like maybe we'd get like this bit of Salzburg, or we'd get Carinthia and Tyrol, right? That's effectively what that's saying. Okay. Needs to be within 20 years, and I can choose between a boon to the capital and de jure shifting lands. Okay, so we could potentially, if we chose this one, de jure shift our land onto the land that we take, presumably, which would be interesting, so it's a way of instantly making it your land. Okay. Wards are legitimacy, prestige, and expanded the realm bonus. Cool. Shape the realm. I swear an oath to rebuild the realm. The magnificence of the coronation increases notably. So I need to construct or upgrade 8 buildings. It needs to happen within 20 years. Gain legitimacy, prestige, and development, and shape the realm. Alright. Makes holdings much quicker. Alright, interesting. Foster enlightenment. Need a county with a university in development of 30 or higher. Needs to have 225 gold. Why? Why? Needs to fulfill one of the following requirements. Has a 5th level education trait. Each councillor has a skill of 20 or higher for their role. Needs to be within 50 years. Why do you need to have 225 gold? What a very odd requirement. Like, actually, I'm very confused about why you have to have 225 gold. Like, this one makes sense. Make a university and have development, right? This one makes sense. Have 5th level education trait and have a councillor of a skill of 20 or more. Why do you need... What does having 225 gold do for you? Why is this part of this? This is weird. Anyway. Greatest Hunter. Need to host and successfully finish at least 1 legendary hunt or 10 regular hunts. Increased chance of legendary sightings while this oath is active. I think originally, this is one of the ones they changed. Originally this was 20 years and people were like, that's not reasonable. Presumably because 10 hunts in 20 years is not possible. Because it's a 2-year timer and the hunt is not included in that 2-year timer. As in, it's at the end of the hunt when the 2-year timer starts. So like literally you can't do that. So yeah, I could see why they would have changed that. And legendary hunts are completely RNG. Unless 10 hunts wasn't the original requirement. But still, even with that, it's like... Yeah, I can see why they changed it. Install claimants. I swear an oath to bring rightful claimants to their thrones and cast down the usurpers. Need to win at least 3 claimant wars, need to be completed within 20 years. And you get installed claimants and a perpetual hook on every installed claimant and a weak hook on their primary heirs. So perpetual being a... I think this is just a perpetual weak hook. Okay. Support my knights. I swear generosity to the wayfarers of Austria. Okay. So I need to construct at least 3 martial estates. That's a very specific type of building. Okay. What is a martial estate? Is that not a duchy one? Or is that a... I'm now starting to question what that is. Is this a... No, it's military academies. Maybe it's a building you can only do if you do this? Martial estates. Yeah, I don't recognize it. Okay. So you have to construct at least 3 of these things, which I have no idea about. Granted holdings, allowing them to recruit and arm themselves amply. Yeah, I guess this must be a building you can only get by doing this. Oh, if I'd read the next line. Unlocks access to this line of buildings while the oath is active. I mean, they're good buildings. Like, this is pretty good. You get provided for warriors. And unlocks the final upgrade, vast martial holdings. Oh, okay. Cool. Provide for the faithful. Construct at least 3 sacred gates. Exact same thing. It gets activated while the oath is active. I don't know whether these can be built in any holding, but maybe they, if they can only be built in temples, it's a little difficult for you to do, because you don't have full control over, like, you can't change buildings in temple buildings, because they're leased out. Provided for the faithful, you get learning and piety. At least I don't think you can. Let me just check that. Let's go for, was it Babenberg? That's the one that we keep changing. Well, I'm in the wrong bit. That's why I can't find it. I was in the right kind of area, it's just the wrong section. But if I wanted to construct this, maybe you can. Maybe you can change buildings here. I thought you couldn't. But oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you couldn't if it was leased out. Never mind. That's really easy to do then. And you get provided for the faithful, and then you get the final upgrade, monumental squares. Cool. Provide for the poor. You construct at least 3 poor houses. All right, I see. You get provided for the poor, which lowers income, but gives you stewardship, and you get charitable institutions. So it's a way to vastly increase your development at the cost of your money. Alright. Interesting. Or you can swear no oath, in which case you don't have to do anything. Alright. What are we going to do? Whenever I'm faced with like a huge number of choices like this in any game, I just like to narrow down my options. Like, what don't we want to do? I don't think I want to expand the realm, because that's a little bit too much expansion for what I'm aiming to do. Like, if we had a more concrete idea about how we were going to expand, maybe this would be it, but I don't think this is it for us right now. Especially as I don't think we're going to be around that long. Foster Enlightenment, we're not going to be able to achieve the first part, so there's no point even looking at the rest of it. We're not going to have a university in development of 30 or higher before we die. Next, install claimants. Again, if I had an idea about what I was doing, maybe, but we don't. So, like, we don't have claimants we want to put in charge of stuff. I don't really want to do Greatest Hunter, so I'm just going to cut it out. I also don't really want to do Provide for the Poor, as I need more money right now. So that means we got Provide for the Faithful, Support My Knights, or Shape the Realm. Provide for the Faithful might be okay. Yeah, it might be okay. The problem is the bonus it gets you is kinda a little bit garbage. Like, it's fine, it's just like... I'm not a huge fan of it. This one is really good. 8 buildings in 20 years. That's very possible to do. Yeah, I do like that. We are in the stewardship focus, and we are going down the path that's going to get us eventually towards architect. That does kind of make sense for us. Support My Knights. It's not really like this is a really good buff, but it's not really in the our character's line of thinking. It's not really what we're doing. So I guess Shape the Realm makes sense. Yeah. I'm going to do that. And then Shape the Realm is a very nice bonus, although the holding construction doesn't matter too much at this point. But anyway, would matter a lot more if you had this really early in your campaign, because then there'd be a lot more holdings to build. Let's say Shape the Realm. Right. What's this? Inspired person can be sponsored. Cool. The ceremony is past, the crown rests where it is meant to. I rise once more, not to command, but to offer what comes next. My friends, the rites are complete. Let tables be filled, let cups be raised, let this hall remember joy as well as duty. Earns a murmur of approval, maybe even something close to warmth. For now, at least, everyone has something in front of them other than me. Okay, so that's going to give us more bonuses, us being at the Grand Coronation level. Just seeing, what do we need to get to the next one? We need another 21 Magnificence, apparently. Okay, well, we might get there. I don't know if Feast can give you Magnificence. Mainly because I have no idea what gives you anything here. Everyone's very close in this event. Why are we so close up? Anyway, the Archduke's Hunt. The salt roasted duck is delightful, but the stories we tell are even better. My vassal Mayor Dietrich, my vassal Jocelyn, and I have spent hours trading tales of our greatest hunts. Enough, shouts Mayor Dietrich. You are now crowned, so you can call a hunt after the feast. We shall make it special for our new Archduke. Aye, Jocelyn nods eagerly. A hunt for an Archduke. The Archduke's Hunt. So we can do this. Your next hunt may grant vassal guests the loyal trait. Oh. What if we falconed instead? Your next falconry hunt will not cost any gold, or I'll be far too busy. Our zealot vassals love it. Alright, let's do that. I'll be far too busy for now. Mainly because I don't want to spend my money on a hunt. Neutral spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Kaiser Iwo. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. Oh, that's good. Okay. Right. Carrying on. A promise is a promise. Unconcerned with any etiquette, my fellow vassal, Queen Patricia, slaps me in the back. I mean it. I'll do anything you ask of me. Anything at all. Ask me and it is done. So I can get a weak hook on her, or I can get opinion with her. I'll grab the weak hook. We already have 100 opinion. That's fine. Shared memories. My vassal, Mayor Onfroy, folds his hands as he scoots over to me. I sense liege. I was enjoying this wine as I was reminded of the day we furthered my accolades' glory. I think about it all the time. Oh, how I wish every day could be as stupendous. You become my friend, or a wonderful day indeed. Yeah, you can be my friend. That's fine. It's acceptable. Alright. A silken offer. My fellow vassal, King Bernard of Frisia, kneels before me, lifting a chest of embroidered vestments, saying, Your Grace, I remember clearly when became allies with Archduke Robert at his coronation. Okay, come on. Like, come on. That's just ridiculous. As a reminder of these cherished times, it would be my greatest honor if you were to accept these silken robes, enough to furnish your entire court. Ask only that you dress the fine knights of your retinue always in unmatched finery. I can say, a gracious gift and fine counsel. So outmoded fashion is free for 15 years. So outmoded fashion is in here. So that is in this bit. So outmoded fashion would be this one. So it'd be free for 15 years. It's not bad. Okay. Increase your offer and I'll be indebted to you. We should make a profit from these. His stewardship increases and I gain stewardship lifestyle experience. Can I change it now? This will determine which thing I'd go for. I can change it now. Perfect. In which case, 100%. Let's do it. Okay. And the Archduke's intent. I've worked tirelessly to promote the glory, to foster the grandness of my coronation. The guests are flushed with the inspiration of what they have witnessed here, radiating admiration. It was a fitting start for my reign as an Archduke. Every chance I had, I favoured those most loyal to me, to my crown. Together my supporters and I have plotted and planned and vaunted the credentials of one another. Queen Patricia of Italy, King Bernard of Frisia, and the others have become my inner circle. Their trust could become something more substantial. And say it's my loyal counsellors I need the most. Okay. Oh, this is... I figured out what's happening here. This is wrong. This is another messed up event. This is what's happening. So these guys, right? Because it's talking about your fellow supporters, but these guys are not my vassals. They're the vassal of Kaiser Iwao. So this is not actually going to do anything, right? So coronation supporters will get the embrace supporters counsellors modifier. Yeah, but they're not my counsellor. Are these two? Let me just have a look here. Yeah, okay, so one of them's on that council. But yeah, okay, so this is... I think this is just ridiculous. Okay, so this is just... It doesn't work, right? It's fundamentally, it doesn't understand you holding a coronation if you're not an emperor. What I don't understand, right, is why did they make coronations available to non-independent people, right? To non-independent rulers, if they don't really work for non-independent rulers? It's very weird that they would do that, because nobody forced them to do it, right? Like, the mechanic didn't exist beforehand. So, I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway. They can get the development modifier as well, or their Archduke protects. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that it's calling them counselors. Yeah, even though they're not. I guess we're just choosing what buff we would like them to have, which is kind of like it's odd. Because it's always going to be like your supporter. It's like your supporters are always going to be fellow vassals because they're the highest ranked, right? They're going to be your main supporters. I guess I'll just increase their stats. Sure. My magnificent coronation is finished. The guests depart and all deeply moved by the ceremony. Cool. So, sworn to oath, shape the realm. I gain the crown sovereign law. I gain supported coronation for 20 years, which means zealot vassals and gloryhound vassals give us more tax and levies. Prestige and legitimacy gained from oath completion, up 120%. Prestige and legitimacy gained from support vassals at present at the coronation, up 75%. I gain 2,625 prestige and 656 legitimacy. My legitimacy level goes to level 5, although it doesn't, unless it's about to happen. Because of your embrace supporters, I think that's a longer bug if it doesn't, but I'll explain it afterwards, depending on what happens. Because of your Embrace supporter's intent, every Glory Hound and Zealot vassal gains 15 opinion of you. Alphonse gains the Councillor's bonus, Richardus gains it, Achieve gains it, and Adelaide gains it. Okay, so I take it back. I think I understand what's... Okay, so although it was talking about these two, it was meaning my actual Councillors will get it. So I take some of it back. Yeah, okay, so my actual Councillors got the bonus, even though it was talking about those two. I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood the event. I don't think I did, though. I think it's just weirdly written. Right. Hey, your legitimacy did hit level 5. Okay, so it wasn't bugged. There is a bug, I think, with one of them. It might be Feast or something like that, where it says, hey, your legitimacy is going to go up, but it's already gone up, and it's saying, like, oh, this is what your legitimacy would do if we added the same legitimacy again. But not in this one. This time it actually worked, and we did get up to level 5. And we got all of that prestige, which means that we are just about to hit Exalted Amongst Men. Cool. And I can wait, whoa. What do you mean I can vassalize Salzburg? What do you mean? Why would he ever say yes? Okay, base reluctance. You are not his rightful liege. Difference in military strength. Okay, so he has no military strength currently. Fair enough. So that's that one. So difference in military strength. Powerful vassals love us. Okay, so that's plus 20. I speak his language. He likes me. And my legitimacy is high. So actually, look at this. So powerful vassal plus legitimacy. That gets us 70. And then the fact I speak his language would be enough. Just with that. Wow. I mean, I guess I can't say no. Because it's an insane opportunity. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, also, did this guy ever become my vassal? Oh, not my vassal, my tributary? No. Okay, well. That was just a lie then. Alright, well, that's weird. You're no longer a powerful vassal. I think I'm going to switch you out. I need to switch some people around. But yes, you're probably going to have to switch for... You're probably going to have to switch for him. And you're probably going to have to switch for him. Okay. Cool. He doesn't like me anymore, by the way, now that he's... yeah, now that he is actually my vassal again, he doesn't like me. He wants Schomberg. Schomberg is your land. I see. Okay. Why does he wants Schomberg because it's part of Salzburg? I guess I should give him Schomberg then? Technically, yeah. Even though she is my steward. I guess so, yeah. That means I need a new steward, and that's going to be Adelaide of Krems. Well, at least I don't have to learn a new name. Right, that's fine. Okay. Interesting, and it shows you your oath there. Alright, well, let's make our way back. Wait, are we back? Oh, we're already back. And we're wearing our crown. Okay. Oh, and we can now vassalize this person. Okay, then. Sure. I'll just keep expanding. I'm not doing anything to expand. I'm just saying yes. It's like, this person will... Exactly, this person will be your vassal. Okay, then. Guess I'll say yes. Well, there's 2 more vassals. Anyone else? Would you become my vassal? Now you're at war. Oh, I see. How about you, Nitra? Yeah, even then, like, you're almost there. It's just cultural acceptance is terrible for that one. Corinthia, would you be my vassal? No, so I can't ask Corinthia to be my vassal. Interesting. So why are these guys? These guys aren't part of the Holy Roman Empire. That's why. Wait. So why could I ask Salzburg? Salzburg was part of the Holy Roman Empire, weren't they? So why could I ask them? Can I ask Augsburg? No, I can't ask Salzburg. So again, why could I ask Salzburg? I guess maybe they must have become independent, and I missed it. Yeah, I guess I need to go back and check. Weird. Oh, but I can't ask you. Oh, you're the same rank as me. That's why I can't ask you. Okay. You? Oh, okay. Interesting. Do a little speed 5. Augsburg, I'm going to need you to stop sieging my realm. Let's raise our troops fairly close this time and just go for it. Alright. Wait for them to leave. Disband our army. It's basically just telling them off and then like doing it again. Anyway, yeah, we've expanded quite a lot. We're king now, so that's cool. I felt the coronation is fine. I think the coronation is fine now. I think that's where I am with the event. I think it's absolutely perfectly fine as an activity. I think it needs a second pass in terms of like just the way that every event is written. Like there's a ton of errors in how it's written, which is, yeah, it's a little odd. Especially like some of them where it was like, I remember becoming your ally at this event. It's like, yeah, okay. Like it's a memory that's been added as part of this activity. It's an event that can only trigger as part of this activity, but yet they don't work together, right? Like some of them, like the old memories, like from previous events from previous DLC, I can get them not working absolutely perfectly in the new DLC, but when it's a new DLC thing, interacting with a new DLC thing, it's like that's kind of what you think should work, right? Like that's what I think should work most of the time because it's brand new. Like, I don't know, like all these old systems interlocking, I can see things kind of acting a little bit weirdly. The new stuff I think should be solid, but anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm not going to continue my rant, and I'm going to see you next time. Goodbye.